before going out on leave, Elizabeth can dive into her plan that she had to set us up all for success, to make sure that, we weren't like working crazy hours or like stressed out or anything like that, and to make sure that we can continue growing and moving forward as an organization. So do you want to talk about your mindset there, Elizabeth, and what went through your mind when you found out, like, wow, I'm going to have a baby, I'm going to be out for a couple months, like what's going through your mind at that point? Because I know you're very, very family oriented and you're very career oriented as well.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the reasons that I have really loved this work environment is because we really do work hard to make sure that in a situation like this, I wasn't going to return to fires. And that's a very common thing that I hear from people. Yep, I went on vacation even for a week. Someone will say, I went on vacation for a week and I came back and it was absolute, hell when I returned. And we wanted to make sure that that's not the case for really anyone on our team. So my mindset at first was, oh man, can we handle this? And then I sat down and took a breath and looked at our team and looked at our processes and realized we are absolutely equipped. All we have to do is pivot. And that took building out a couple new processes. So what do we do when someone is going to take an extended leave? So we built a few processes to make sure that everybody on the team is equipped to be able to, they know who their direct report is. They know when this happens, this is the action that I take. They know how to communicate with which clients about what their action steps need to be. And all of those processes are quite literally documented in Google Docs, in a Google Drive, in the right place, so that everybody has access to know this is the plan in case this specific thing happens. Like you said, there are ebbs and flows in businesses, and when we serve clients, there will be hiccups, there will be things that happen. We wanted to make sure that we thought of as many of those cases as we could and had processes for how we respond to those, because we take our core value of extreme ownership extremely seriously here. Meaning, I'm not going to say, well, I'm on leave, so y'all just tell them, Elizabeth will get to it when we get back. No, we're going to handle all of these situations because we're all equipped and empowered to do that. So one of the things that I did, again, was create some processes, document those, make sure everyone had access to and was trained on those processes. And then I let all of my clients know, this is what's happening. You are going to be in excellent hands because I've trained this next person who's coming to hang out with you, take care of you, educate you. I have trained them not only on what you need to do next, but the progress that you've already made. So they're not coming in blind. And then we're going to put somebody in place who's going to be acting as the seat I was sitting in at the time of client success director, so that that person is equipped to answer those hard questions, make those hard decisions, have those conversations that are needed that come up, and make sure that nothing falls through the cracks. So that person on our team was Sydney. And she had been with us for a long period of time. She has great experience with our clients and has just incredible leadership qualities. And so I spent a month with her, a couple hours every single week, training her on the things that I did day to day, week to week, and overall through the month, to make sure that everyone was taken care of, not only that our clients were taken care of, but that our team can thrive as well. And Sydney stepped into that role beautifully. She was excited to step up. I was able to delegate those specific responsibilities to her and help her understand the whys behind those in order for her to step in and really be able to help everybody there. And I am just so thrilled to say, when I came back, I was bracing myself, drinking that extra cup of black coffee to be ready just in case. And I came back and the transition was incredibly smooth. It's not that I couldn't believe it, but I was so pleasantly surprised that there weren't any fires, no fires at all. I didn't have to bring out the water hose. Everything was really, really smooth. And I had previous experience working directly with clients, and I was stepping into a role where I was no longer going to be working direct with clients, but really as the client success director, working directly with our trainers who then work with our clients. So it was a big transition, and we were able to really make that happen through our processes and really empowering our people.
Yeah, thank you. Like that, it was incredible. As an owner of a business, like you're like, all right, well, I'm going to brace myself for working an extra 10 or 20 hours a week. I don't know. I'll figure it out, right? Drink more coffee. And with a combination of your prep and then Sydney completely stepping up, I know she definitely worked a few more hours here and there, which is why she's taking a long weekend this weekend, well deserved. And it wasn't crazy. Like we just, we had a plan. We said, all right, like we even looked at it and said, hey, how many clients can we continue to bring on per month without breaking the system? And we had that, that target, and we stayed within that threshold, and it really worked out. And like everyone took ownership, everyone stepped up, another core value. We help our clients and one another win. We absolutely helped one another win. We covered for people. It wasn't like, oh, Elizabeth's gone, I got to like do this extra thing. Like there was zero of that. There were certain things where, just a few little things here and there that like I jumped in to do and Sydney jumped in to do that I was like, all right, well, I'm excited for Elizabeth to get back so that we just have more hands to like continue to like implement some of these new things. There were a couple like new, initiatives that I just kind of put on the back burner. There were a few things that like projects that I wanted to like start that I was like, all right, let me just wait till Elizabeth gets back so that we have a few more hands, a little bit more bandwidth to be able to handle those things the way they should be handled instead of, kind of like half-assing them, for lack of a better term. So, but yeah, everything went super smooth. And I love that you're able to jump back in without any, fires or anything like that. And in fact, like the processes that you put into place, Lily, another marketing trainer on our team, was able to use recently when she went to South Africa for almost 3 weeks on vacation and safari and all that fun stuff. And she returned this past Monday. I checked in with her. She's like, yeah, everything's good, great, grand, wonderful. Because she set up the team for success when she went out. We handled everything, I believe, and she's stepping back into just, business as usual. So the fact that we had those things documented, the fact that you documented those things, now other team members have already been able to use those to set everyone else up for success.
I will say one of the things that really drives this, one of the only ways this sort of thing can happen is when you, like people like to say, hire and fire by your core values. Because if we didn't have people in place who genuinely are completely bought into the vision and the core values and are all in, there would be balls dropped because probably people would point fingers or, not be willing to step in to assist with something that technically doesn't fall into their seat responsibilities. So having people who are 100% clear on our core values and our vision, who we are and what we're about, clear on them and 100% bought into them is crucial in order for this sort of thing to be able to happen. I think it's the reason that, businesses who do this are ones who have people who are there. They have longevity in their team because people are bought in. Everybody's here to help everybody win. That's a huge piece to helping this kind of thing work.